morning, YouTube family. What is good? It's your boy, QuietStorm, aka Eddie Toby, OG Wavy, coming in live real quick for y'all. So today, I want to make a quick video about your brush angles. Okay, brushing angles. Uh, One thing I want to say is that I got a couple brushes in the mail this past week. I got two Torinos. I'm gonna show y'all some benefits of utilizing your brush to its maximum potential. Depending on what type of pattern you have, what is the best angle to work on your pattern, breaking forks, all of that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get into it real quick. I just got up like half an hour ago. You know what I'm saying? I got a few things I need to do today. So let me just go ahead and get to it, all right? Take my camera with y'all, or y'all follow me over here real quick. All right, so here we go. So I got my Torino Pro, just came in the mail this past week. Got this bad boy right here. All right, it has some soft bristles in the middle, as you can see. And it has some reinforced boar bristles. I call this brush my Rorschach. It's from the movie The Watchmen. Came out some years ago. Old movie, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a nerd like that. And then I got this brush right here. It's called my Kobe joint, or my Black Mamba, because you know got a little Laker color. So you see the label Torino Pro. If you want these brushes, man, go to brushking.org. He's always got sales going on. You know what I mean, he can hook you up. So here's why I love curved brushes. You know what I'm saying? And utilizing the proper angles. Now, let me go ahead and say this real quick before somebody think that I'm just biting another waver style or ideas. Shout out to people like Young Wavy, Just in Time, J. Lou, who's made, you know, and countless other wavers, you know what I'm saying? But I want to mention those two specifically because J. Lou has an awesome video on how to get a dope crown, you know what I'm saying? AG, she has an amazing video on, or a method called a tap method, if you're trying to like enhance your crown area of your wave pattern. But anyway, so the OG Young Wavy came out with a video many years ago about, you know, brush angles or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? So what I want to personally do is show y'all how I get my pattern to its best potential by utilizing a Torino Pro curve brush. All right, so you get my wave check. I did cut my wolf off, you know what I'm saying? I got to go cut like a week ago. It was just getting too crazy out here. It's like 100 degrees, you know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is, man. I said, okay, I can't do this wolf no more. So I wolf about like a little over a month, you know what I'm saying? And with this heat, it's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and give you a look in the mirror. So here's my waves, my pattern right now. All right, I'm gonna give you a round turn of what I got. So you can see my crown right there. Like I said, I got like a 2 with a grain. This is how my top look. So like I said, every time, you know, I wolf real good and long, man, my pattern gets better and better, right? So let me show you these angles that I'm gonna work with. I'm gonna use my soft brush real quick for you guys, all right? Show you something. Now, if you're a swirl waver, okay, if you're a swirl type of waver, here's something that I do. Okay, I'm gonna show you a side-by-side analysis. The first thing that you want to do is you want to start off with your crown area. All right, you always want to start from the crown. I know some people have different methods, but this is what I do. All right, and so you can take it or leave it. I mean, I'm always sharing things that work with me over my wave experience, and you know, over the years, and it's only gotten better. All right, so let's say I come over here to the mirror. You know, I'm just using my phone because I really can't use my big mirror like how I want to. So what I do is, and I'm not really gonna brush, but I'm just gonna show you guys what I do. Now, the advantages of these brushes is that it has a pointed tip at the top. All right. Now if you've ever had a CQP brush, which is like one of the brushes that first came out like 2012, 2013ish, whatever, when it was actually a legit business and brand. I mean, they fell off real bad, and you know, they're just like not doing things for the culture the right way. So my mentor Brush King, you know, came through with some dope patterns, great brushes. You know what I'm saying? I will always rock Torino Pros and royalties. You know what I'm saying? So as long as they exist. So anyway, curved brush. All right. As you notice, these curved brushes has a rounded shape, which means that it's better to fit your the shape of your head. You know what I'm saying? Your head shape, or it's better for just hugging. You know what I'm saying? The curves around your head. Right. So let's say I get over here, like I just want to unrag and start a fresh session. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my brush like this. Now, the way you hold your brush is very, very critical. You never, especially when you have a long handle brush. All right, so the palms are very, very easy. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. So the first thing you want to do, me to give you guys an example of how I hold my brushes. This is how I hold my long handle brushes by the body. You never, ever, ever, as a waiver, it's a sin for you to hold your brush like this and just do like sloppy brushing like that. Because what happens is when you just sloppy brushing like that, you create all kind of forks in your hair. Your angles are not consistent at all. You just creating forks, you know what I'm saying, and your head's going like a kitchen sink full of dishes, you know, and utilities or cutlery, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm so trying to wake up, y'all, so forgive me. So anyway, you want to hold the brush by its body, okay? Hold it by its body, and then what I do is I put my index finger right here, and because I have a circular spiral crown, I just do my jump like this. I hit it like that, right? And I kind of try to keep the tip of the brush at a certain angle, right? So my crown goes clockwise, all right? Then I'm gonna break off into how I do my other sections of my head, right? As far as waves go. So anyway, I come over here, I hit it off like this, boom, right? Then about right here, I stop. I'll rotate my brush. Then I come around like this. Now you probably won't be able to see it because of my brush being in the way, but I kind of angle it right outside the crown and I hit it like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I kind of go back to my position and boom. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and I say about 4. So I hit the pattern. So I just hit my crown like this. You know what I'm saying? Then I come around, angle it, kind of go like that in that motion. Right here, angle it, that motion. Then I flip it back around and do the same thing. So this is how you get that swirl pattern. And like what AG said, I'm just go ahead and show y'all bump it. So like what AG said, right? Tap tap method. Know what I mean? And come right here, tap. Come right back up here, tap. All right. So when you hang around the pages for like a little while, man, you start peeping people who's really dope with the waves and got some authentic, you know, methods that work, and they're just not regurgitating things that other people have said. You know, it's cool. You know what I mean? It actually work. Now I know some people, you know, take the brush and they'll swirl it like that, which I've done it before. I've seen guys like Jeezy, Terrence Peterson, who's a 720 waver, will, you know, just like swirl their crown like that. Now there's actually brushes out there on the market that's nothing but it's like maybe a third of this, or less than a third of this size, however you want to say that, maybe around that size, and it's solely for your crown. I think I seen the guys like Sir Cruz use it like a long time ago. It's literally a brush that's for your crown. You put it right here and you just brush your crown. Now it does enhance your crown because that's only the area, that is the only area that you're brushing, guys. All right, but again, when you have a brush that's pointed, has a pointed tip like this, you can do many things, and this is great for the tap tap method. You know, like I said, J. Lou has a video out about it, and it's on his YouTube channel. So, you know, go to J. Lou's channel and look up the crown method or AG's tap tap method, and he'll go very, very in depth and elaborate with some great, awesome points about that. All right. So see, look, you see the difference already? Boom. Look at that swirl, man. You can't tell me that's a dope swirl, right? So now I got that out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is work my angles with the rest of the brush, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and break off like this. Notice how I'm holding the body of the brush. I'm not holding it by the handle. I'm holding the body of the brush. This is how you get that dope swirl wave look that you're trying to, you know, do. And now I just switch it around, come to this side, all right? Now, because this pattern is slightly similar, but slightly different, I'm gonna have to sit on this right here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Now, I'll get about right here because I got this camera in my hand, so I'm gonna try to show you guys the best way I can. Come out right here, boom. I have a slight angle. Maybe, I don't know what degree angle that is, but it's nearly vertical, but it has a slant, all right? Why? Because as I get towards my temple, it kind of goes forward, but from the back, it's nearly straight and it goes slightly forward, right? So boom, so I hit my left side, just like this. Calm, slow, precise strokes. Don't let anybody sit here and lie to you guys and tell you that they brush for like 2 hours a day. There's no way in the world that anybody has that much time unless you just ain't got a job. I'm just being real with you. I do this for about 10 to 15 minutes a day, and this is how my waves look. Dope. You know what I'm saying? I get compliments from a lot of people, and it's all it is. It's just like, when you know your angles, you know what I'm saying? It's easy to have that great look when it comes to your pattern and your waves. All right, so now, moving on, going to about right here, because I'm really not trying to make this video long. Get about right here. Like I said, you can kind of see where my how the top slightly slants. I got like a slight fork, but notice that every time I get my hair cut, that fork is slowly being pushed out that way. So what I want to do for this side is I want to try to keep it as nearly as straight as possible until it gets to the middle and work my way towards the right side of my head, right? So what I do is like this. Boom. Hit that joint like that. So over the span of, a few more months, a couple good wolves, boom, some good washing styles, it's going to knock this fork out totally, all right? And then I just come out right here and I angle it straight, just about. Then about right here, this is where I kind of change my angle a little bit, all right? I kind of push it and then I go this way. Notice that even when it's by my crown, I'm still hitting that same angle that I want to create, that spiral look, all right? Now, yes, do I have a fork by my crown? Yeah, because I'm a swirl waver. Now, notice that sometimes with certain patterns and angles, it's almost impossible for you to not get a fork of some sort. But in the day, once you master your angles, you're fine. You know what I'm saying? So now this is how I do my right side, right? Get my right here. Boom. Come down like at a 30 to 35, 40 degree angle, just about. Because I know for the side of my head, my hair grows like in a 30 degree, 35 degree angle. Between the 30 and 40 degree angle, excuse me. This is how I do my right side. You know what I'm saying? Trying to come back as far as my crown as possible. And do it all over again. Know what I mean? So for me, I used to use my right hand more than anything, but now as I've my pattern has kind of switched up, and just experimenting, which this is what waving is all about: patience and learning and just trying different methods, man. You'll see what works best for your hair. All right, so I'm still using my oils because it's still hot as crap outside. So I'm still using my oils, like argan oil, and I had Texas tea, but I need to re-up on that. So I'm using argan oil. I'm using basically tea tree oil and my CES Black Jamaican Castor moisturizer. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I'm doing it, y'all. See that? Still effective brushing. Waves still look dope. And then that's really about it, man. So then I'm not gonna show you guys the same thing that I just showed you with that brush, but when you start your patterns, all right, when you start your sessions, excuse me, you always want to start with a good medium brush for your length of hair. So right now I can afford to use a medium brush. That brush works perfect. If I just solely wanted to use a softy, then I could. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, I know I said I wasn't gonna use it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. So boom, do the same thing. All right, hit that crown first, come around, and see the advantages by having a pointed brush like this is that I can look. I don't even have to put the whole brush on my head, and that's the thing. Learn how to use your tools, guys and ladies. All right, Come out right here. Boom, look at that. I'm barely putting the brush on my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the very pointed end and doing just like this. Tap, 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 tap. Look at that swirl. I know you guys see that swirl effect. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it go. All right, come back around. Put this much. See the little gap I have right there? I'm not putting the whole brush on my head. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people who start off having waves have so many issues trying to get their angles set, because they're using the entire brush. You don't have to use the entire brush. You can use parts of the brush. All right, get my right here. Boom, still hit my angles. Know what I mean? Still hit my angles, man. And I'm pulling it in the way I'm pulling my hair in the direction that I want it to go. Look at that. You see the difference over a span of time. See how my waves are more highlighted? See how they pop now because I'm using the softer brush? Because the soft bristles, man, when it hits your scalp, you know, it's releasing that sebum, that oil, that natural oil that your scalp produces. That's what's being activated right now as I'm brushing my hair. But see, the soft brushes will do that, or just any brush will do that. You know what I'm saying? But I just really want to take the time to point out to you guys the advantages of just knowing your angles and just utilizing these curved brushes to its maximum potential, so that you guys can have the best looking waves ever. All right. That's really about it. So, like I said, man, I'm doing my session real quick. I'm about to rag up. I'm about to go work out. You know. So that's that, man. So that's how you. So that's my method, my way of learning your angles, showing you your angles. Now, like I said, don't take this to heart because I'm a 360 swirl waver. All right. So with that being said, last thing for the road. I'm gonna let you guys get up out of here. Know your angles. If you're a 720 waver, know what angles work. 540, same thing. 360, same thing. You got to know your angles, because the best way for you to learn your angles is experimentation. You can't do what the next waver does, guys. All right, you got to study your own hair. If you see a method, try a method, and then come up with your own way to modify it, because the way that you may modify it may actually work for you, instead of you just going off of what this person said. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people out here just regurgitating stuff. I'm doing things that actually work for me, and I'm just sharing it with y'all. Know what I mean? So when you're using curved brushes, and you can also do the same thing with flat brushes. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to use the whole body of the brush to get those to get that desired look. You know what I'm saying? Brushing is all about technique. All right, I'm just showing you a simple couple techniques that work for me, and preferably they work for y'all. So this is your boy, QuietStorm, man, signing off. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe. Peace and God bless.